Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is really nice to have you here with me once again to share in another video. To my new subscribers, I am delighted that you have joined the journey and I do look forward to having you here. Today I want to share with you 5 inexpensive and simple DIY wedding favors that I would have created for my wedding day, and I'm sharing them with you today in hopes that you too will consider creating them for your wedding, or if you know somebody who's getting married, you can share this video with them so that they too could consider creating these very inexpensive and simple favors for their wedding also. As I shared in my previous video, I was a DIY bride, and much of what was used in my wedding were things that I would have created. And let me tell you, the wedding favors were simply some of the things that I enjoyed creating the most. So today I'm going to share those 5 favors with you. One thing I have learned as a DIY bride when it comes on to selecting favors to give to your guests is ensure that the favors that you're selecting or seeking to create are things that will be functional, things that will be useful to your guests, because you do not want to waste time and money to create things that will not be useful to your guests. So you want to ensure that you select those favors wisely or appropriately. So without any further ado, let us get straight into creating those 5 inexpensive and simple wedding favors that I'm sure your guests will enjoy and love. Okay, so the first favor that I am going to be showing you how to make is what I call the nuts cup. Right here, I just have a variety of nuts and chocolate candy that I'll be using. You can source these at your local supermarkets, or you can also check Amazon for the different candies to put in your cups. So I just filled 1 cup, going ahead to fill the other one. And these are candies that I got on Amazon. These are almond covered chocolate candies that I got on Amazon. You can also check Amazon for those. I will put the type of chocolate in the description box for you. There I went ahead and put some peanuts with raisin in that cup, and now I'm proceeding to put a wider variety of mixed nuts in this container. And as you can see, they're looking nice. I'm now moving on to filling the smaller containers with what is remaining. And as I said, you can go ahead and fill these containers with whatever mixed nuts you want to use or candies, etc. You should be able to source these containers at any party shops. Just go ahead and ask for favor containers. Alright. So now I'm proceeding to tie the bows that I'll be using to decorate the tops of these favors. And I have completed all the bows that I'm going to be using, and now I'm going to start gluing. So as you can see, I just put a small amount of hot glue on the bow. You don't need a lot. A little goes a far way when you're working with hot glue or glue stick. And I'm going to proceed to use the pearls to put on top of these bows. See how cute that is? And I'll just do the same for the others. You want to be careful when you're using the hot glue, when working with the hot glue, because you do not want to burn yourself. So get all the tools that you can to aid you in this process. And I would have completed the larger nut cups, and now I'm going ahead to add the bows to the smaller ones. See how beautiful that is? And I just went ahead and do the same for the others. So the second favor that I want to show you how I created is that of the candy box. And here I'm just showing you the crack and peel "Thank you for your support" sticker that I would have used. Setting my candies aside, getting them ready to be added to these favor candy bags that I also got, I think, at the party store where I would have got the containers. I also got these boxes at that same store. So I went ahead to fill the bag with the chocolate covered candies, and I just proceeded to placing the candy bag in the box and use the string from the bag to tie the box. See how lovely that is? Simple and cute. Now I would have gone ahead to crack the crack and peel sticker and place the sticker on the box. I just went ahead and smoothed it out so you don't have any side lifting. And I just went ahead to do the same for the other boxes. Look how lovely those are. I'm going to place them on this display container so you can have a better view of them. Simple and easy. The third favor that I want to show you how to create is simply with the use of a face rag. Right, so I'm going to be folding them nicely so that you can see just how easy and simple it is, and when put together, how nice it can look. So I proceeded to do the particular folding that I would have chosen to use for these face rags. And I'm going to fold, roll, and then tuck. You want to secure that little piece in the top part so that it will not be loosened easily. I'm moving on to the second one, and I just did the same thing as I did with the first. Fold, flip, roll, and then I'm going to tuck. And I just proceeded to doing the same for the others. And you will see how nicely they come together. These rags I think I would have purchased at a local haberdashery in St. Anne's Bay, for those who are familiar with St. Anne's Bay. And you can get face rags, white face rags, at any haberdashery, any beauty supply store. And what you can do is go online on YouTube specifically to look at the different ways in which they fold face rags or washcloths. Some persons are better able to identify these as washcloths. So that's where I went, and I got these very creative ways of folding. Same color ribbons that I use on the nuts cups, I will be using on this favor here. So I went ahead to cut the ribbon, and as you can see, you just do a simple bow. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant or too fancy, but trust me, when they're all done, they'll come together nicely, and you'll see in just a moment. See how lovely that is? And I'm just proceeding to do the same for the others. Just go ahead and make a simple bow. Just add your pearl. You can use any color pearl, any form of accessory that you want to place on the bow. It does not have to be a pearl. So these are inexpensive ways of, adding a little glam to your wedding. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, and you want to ensure that your favors are functional, things that people will use. So here I'm just putting them together so you can have a better view of how they look. There they are. The fourth favor that I want to show you, I'm not going to be recreating it because it's simple, and I'll show you in just a moment, is that of the bottled water. So what I actually did was I located a store, and I would have made the request for bottled waters, and also added that I did not want their seal to be on the water bottles. So I asked them to fill the bottles for me and seal them, and I just purchased them just like that. Then I went ahead to printing the crack and peel sticker that I wanted for my water bottle. So you can go ahead and customize to your own liking. What I had on here is welcome to our happily ever after, Jody and Onyeka. Right, and the date is there, and it is simple. You don't have to be fancy, but as I said, favors that are functional, favors that persons will actually use. So as the different individuals walk into the venue, a welcome table will be there, and on the welcome table will be the bottled water and the face rag. So each person will just take one off each. One rag, one water bottle. And later on, after the ceremony, and as persons enter the reception area, they can just head on over to the favor table and take a nuts cup or a candy box and just head on over to their seat. So there are favors for when persons enter the ceremony and for when persons enter the reception area. So that's basically it. So very simple, inexpensive ways of adding to your wedding, adding a special touch to your wedding. As I said, I was a DIY bride, and these are just some of the things that I created or I made from my wedding. There are other things, but time would not permit me to recreate those. And so I just proceeded to doing the ones that are easier to be done. So there you have it. A few of the favors that I would have created from my wedding. I hope you really enjoyed watching as I created. And let me know if you did something like this for your wedding, or if you're planning on doing something like this for your wedding. As always, thank you so very much for your kind support, and I will see you in my next video, which will be a brand new series. Thank you for your support.